Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am so sorry it hasn't been sooner. As you guys know who are following me, I'm in my 2-week wait, which is torture. I'm 9 DPO, and the last video you probably saw, if you follow me and you're subscribed, was I got my static smiley face on my ovulation test, my Clear Blue Advanced, which really elated me. It was really late though to what I thought it would be, because I'm a 29 day cycle. I just always felt my pain around my ovulation pain around day 12, day 13, and track my CM. I always track my CM. So I was a little bit concerned when I had the CM, felt niggles, but my flashing face kept appearing on the ovulation sticks. I got a little bit concerned, and there's another girl I followed who also had the same problem, but she felt she ovulated earlier. I just knew I hadn't ovulated, so I was getting a bit concerned, thinking, well, the only reason I couldn't have ovulated is obviously my cycle must be a bit different this time, because as we know, we can all have a 28 day cycle or a 32 day cycle, but your ovulation can happen slightly different each cycle. I have researched that. So like I am a 29 day cycle, I assumed I was going to ovulate on day 14 and get my static smiley. I didn't. As you guys know, it was day 15 and it was in the evening, and that's when I did my bonus tag on. It's all such a minefield. It is all so stressing, and that obviously doesn't do any TTC good. We know that. I've had an awful cold. That is why I've not updated you sooner. I was going to give you a little video a couple of days ago, but we've had the bank holiday, so this week's gone super quick. But Friday, the boys had football tournaments, so that was really full on, and I got back Friday from the school run, and we got all the football kits ready and such. And then Saturday, Sunday, we were on a freezing cold football pitch, and I felt terrible. I literally had the sweats, the shakes. I had to have a hot shower and just go to bed. I felt terrible, and I don't usually take pain relief. I try and control it with, like, you know, nice massage or lavender oil, honey and lemon and things like that. But I was literally like, oh my goodness, I can't get warm. So I wrapped up warm, lots of socks on, because that helps implantation, remember. So I stayed as warm as I could, without sort of bunging the heating up high, and I tried to get over it. I've still got a bit of a sore throat, but I've been feeling really terrible, hence me not doing any videos. But also I thought it could be maybe a symptom of pregnancy, you don't know, but I know a few ladies that I follow say they get coughs, colds and things as a symptom in their 2-week wait. So we will see. As you also know, if you've been watching all my videos, I don't tend to do pregnancy tests really early on, only because I've never shown up. Now, I've had 7 pregnancies, 5 babies, 2 miscarriages. And right at the very beginning, when my husband and I tried for our first baby, I wasn't aware of the 2-week wait. I wasn't aware of the TTC channels. I wasn't aware of tracking CM. I just knew when we got married, we didn't want a baby. So I was on the contraceptive pill. We used other alternatives if I was ill, and if I was sick or on antibiotics. So when it came to trying for my first baby, way back when, I just came off the pill. I knew it was good to detox. I was well aware of that. So I had like 8 months clear of my whole body, no pill inside me or anything. Then we started trying. I came off the pill, I think, in the springtime. No, I think I came off the pill at the beginning of the year. We used other contraception for a good 3 or 4 months, because we knew that it wasn't good to get pregnant straight away. It's good to get your body cleansed. And then we full on started trying after the Christmas, and I fell pregnant in the March-April time, which was great. We were over the moon. But I just tested the day after my period. Didn't think of testing before. I just didn't. I just knew that if you missed your period, chances are quite high that you might be pregnant. So when my period didn't come along, I went and bought a pregnancy test, and hey ho, I was pregnant. Same with my little girl. I think I got a little bit eager. I might have thought, oh, my period's due Sunday, I'll try testing on the Saturday. And I went and bought a pregnancy test that it was there, and I think I might have tested a day early. But I've never ever been into early testing until I joined this TTC channel and started following you and all you others doing and tracking my last pregnancy. So getting on to the key stuff. So why I said that is because I know that there's some of you out there who start testing at like 7 DPO, and it's good because you know that the negatives then make you prepared if there's a negative right at the very end and things like that. Reason I don't is because I've never ever shown up before 13 DPO, apart from last time. That totally blew me away. I just did a test. Do you remember New Year's Day? If you haven't seen it, go back on my video. New Year's Day in the bathroom, I secretly did a test. I didn't think I was pregnant, but we were TTCing over Christmas, had no symptoms, no CM. I wasn't super thirsty, I wasn't super tired. Absolutely nothing really untoward, but I did a pregnancy test, 10 DPO, and I was shocked to the bones that it was a faint positive, and I even had to get you guys to confirm that. So yeah, I know lots of you do test at 7 DPO, 8 DPO. I don't think there's any right or wrong. I just think you've got to go with it and do what's good for you. So today I'm 9 DPO, and I am going to do a little live pregnancy test, but I've got the first morning pee that I've saved, but I am only going to do a cheap first view one, which is you get 5 for £1 in the pound shop, because I thought if I get anything that's a squinty or a faint one, I will then do a tag on video and go and get a different pregnancy test. Because the first response I got, I thought they were the 6-day early ones. They weren't. They were the rapid results, and I know from previous times they do only pick up like when you're literally a day before your period. And like I say, I'm not due on until Tuesday, and today is Friday, so I'm still a good 5 days away, so I would need a really super sensitive one, I think. But we're going to do one anyway. It's 9 DPO, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to get dipping now so that we can get onto that in a minute. But I'm going to go through my symptoms that I've had, if they are symptoms. But like I say, since Friday, I've not been feeling well, and today, so Friday last week, so I've literally had nearly a whole week of illness. Yesterday was the first day I actually felt like I could taste food and felt good. Don't get me wrong though, I've not lost weight or anything. I've still been eating healthy. I've always kept that girl diet going, lots of dairy, lots of greens, lots of calcium and magnesium, because I wanted to do the girl gender sway still. As you know, if you don't, please go back and look at the videos, because I'm doing the new moon still, which we were in. The gender calendar was a girl, the Chinese gender calendar, and I'm doing the diet. We also did Shettles, which is no orgasm, missionary position and shallow penetration. We did that, but as you guys know, I wasn't going to miss an opportunity of not getting pregnant. So rather than stop 2 to 3 days before ovulation, like on day 12, 13, because I ovulated on day 15, didn't I? We did do it that night. So I will go through my baby dancing times in a minute and go through some symptoms with you guys. And hi to all of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are just a 10-second dip. I'll leave that there. It's read results, I think, in 5 minutes these. So if I get anything that's like maybe a squinter or a faint line, we will go out and buy some pregnancy tests today, and I will do a first response. But I'm not expecting even a faint one on there, because I usually do, with my last pregnancy, I started testing at 9 DPO, which I wouldn't usually, as in when I fell pregnant with my little girl in 2016. I did do a test, I think, at 9 DPO, and it's on this video. If you go back to my very first video, it was me in the car, and I'd just done a test at 9 DPO, and it was negative. And I did one 11 and 10 DPO negative. I skipped day 12 because I ran out of pregnancy tests, and day 13 I got the faintest line, and it was such a squinter that I was absolutely, oh my god, I'm going to go out at lunchtime and try again. And I went out at lunchtime at work, and with afternoon pee it was a faint line. So that was a day before my period. So that was totally blown away for me when I got a very faint at 10 DPO, but I'm not 10 DPO till tomorrow. So I think I will update you girls and boys who are watching me every day now. So I'm going to go through some of my symptoms, and I think I'll do a live pregnancy test now right up until I am due AF, which is Tuesday. I hope AF doesn't come, but like I say, the cough cold that I've had and trying to get rid of, it could be a symptom, but there's a lot going around. My eldest had a cough about 3 weeks ago. I took him to the doctors. It was viral. My 7-year-old, totally coughing all the time during football. It was really bad for him. That's only just started to get better. My 4-year-old's got a really bad cough, and my poor Bubba downstairs is on the sofa. She'll probably be up in a minute, I expect. She's watching Peter Rabbit, and she has had leaky eyes. horrible chesty cough, and we've literally had sofa days for the last 4 days. So I'm thinking, if I am pregnant, I have been a little bit more chilled out. So I'm hoping, what with the wearing lots of socks and keeping warm and eating healthy and trying to keep calm and getting rest, I'm hoping that if I have had implantation and conception, things are going to be good. So I'm going to go from day 15 when I did my upload, and you guys knew I had my static face. I was so chuffed. It was my fertile peak. I got a static face. I've written it all in my diary so I can just tell you. So as you know, I did one in the morning and absolutely nothing. It was just a very faint line on the little OPK strips that I bought, but 7 p.m. I actually did get a really dark line. So they do work, those 1 steps. It was me being a bit rubbish, but in the day before it was so faint. But yeah, a really strong line at 7 p.m. and then that static face, which made my day. And so I'm just saying when we actually did the deed. Right, we did the deed that day. Day 15 was the last time. So we baby danced day 8, day 11, day 13. I could have stopped, but it's too risky because my ovulation was positive on day 15. Remember, that is normally 12 hours to 48 hours before the egg's released when you get that positive. So I think with the digitals, they say it's 24 hours around that time is a good pinpoint. But in your head, you've got to think between 12 hours and 48 hours, I'm going to release that egg. So you want to get on it then, really. So I baby danced day 8 just to get the ball rolling. No fertile CM, nothing untoward. Day 11, we baby danced, and I had negative OPK strips and my CM was wet. It was lots, but it was wet, and it wasn't really, I'm writing here, not very fertile like. We baby danced day 13, so we skipped one to get the strength up. I had CM on day 12 though, that was watery and lots of. Day 13, it says here, let's look for CM. My CM was there and it was starting to get a little bit thicker, but my 1 steps were just getting, they were just very, there was nothing there on my 1 steps. So I was thinking perhaps my urine was a bit weak and still flashing face, as you know. Day 14, which I thought would be my fertile, again, flashing smiley face again. CM was a lot. And I used first morning urine. I had backache, really periody, horrible backache, could not shake it. If I'd known any different, I'd have said I was coming on my period. Day 14, I felt so periody. We didn't do it. So we did day 8, day 11, day 13, and then day 15, I had the dentist, flashing light as you remember, did the video, very, very faint line on an OPK strip, but then by the evening, fertile peak was there, and my CM was really lots, and it was that thicker fertile CM, so I was really happy. Then May the 1st, day 16, that I've still put me as the ovulation day then, because like I say, it's 12 hours to 48 hours that you're releasing the egg. So I'm not counting 1 DPO till the 2nd. That is 1 day past ovulation. So day 16, which is May the 1st, the day after I had the static phase, because on them screens they stay for 48 hours, and that is the reason, because they're telling you the egg, the LH surge has been detected. That egg is going to be released anytime soon, between now and 48 hours basically. So I thought, right, day 16 is my peak ovulation, isn't it? Day 15 peak ovulation, day 16. So I've got 2 days of ovulation there to catch. So we've baby danced day 15. Day 16, I didn't do it. If you're not bothered about what gender you're going for, or you just want to get every last moment, I probably would have done day 16. But I thought, do you know what? We've done it so many times. Aaron was shattered. Work's been so busy. And I thought, you know what, we have had a good shot. We've got lots of build up there. Sperm can last up to 5 days, as we know inside. And I felt quite healthy. So I thought, I've had a good shot. Hopefully there'll be a sperm there waiting for that egg. And as you can see, my OPK was really dark still. So a nice OPK was dark. So day 16, really dark OPKs with morning urine. Everything felt like, I didn't have huge amounts of ovulation pain, did I? Oh my God, yes I did. I've written it down, thank God, because my mind's been all over the place. I was going to say, that is when I took pain relief. It says here, feeling more than niggles, worst ovulation pain ever, full on ovulating. The pain today has been so awful the pain has been so awful. On a scale of 8 to 10, my pain is 10. Pain in bum and on side, yeah. I remember this well. I'm going to get back to you 1 second. I'm just going to sort her. Oh, sorry about that. She had a poo-poo. Yeah, so I was getting back to you. Yeah, I thought I didn't have many niggles on day 16. I thought it was 15. No, it was 16. Yeah, I had excruciating pain, and usually with pain, like I just said before, with like my cold and coughs and things, I like to do natural remedies like manuka honey and hot water with lemon and ginger normally works with my sore throat. Burning lavender and peppermint helps if you've got headaches. You can even rub peppermint and lavender on your temples. It works a treat. If you've got cold and coughs, a little bit of what we call Vicks, or snuffle cream that you have for your baby, like a menthol cream, I put on my chest and soles of my feet. I prefer to do that and wrapping up warm and drinking lots before I go down the route of pain relief, only because I know when you take paracetamol, which is fine if you're pregnant, it just masks the pain for a few hours, you get some rest and then you're fine. So I try to deal with the pain and reflexology. That's why I have that, because I get bad back and that normally helps. But I had this is probably the worst ovulation pain I've ever had in my life. I normally get dull niggles about 2 days before I ovulate, like I told you ladies before, day 12, day 13. Niggles that get progressively worse, then I get a pain in my bottom, and it usually lasts about 12 hours, then it goes. But this time I have my positive OPK and flash static smiley. On day 15 we baby dance. Day 16 I'm glad we didn't baby dance because I felt terrible. It got progressively worse, and I'm glad I wrote this down because where I've had such a busy bank holiday weekend, being ill and the football and God knows what, I forgot. And yeah, it says the pain was on an 8 to 10. It was severe in my side, I've written there. Just to let you know, so the ovulation pain, the day after I had that static smiley was terrible, but it was ovulation pain. I don't think that would have been anything to do with the implantation or anything, not at that stage. It normally implants the egg, as we know, doesn't it, on day 6. It's got a lot of travelling and a lot of work to do before. You know, the sperm, the egg's got to meet, it's got to travel all down the fallopian tubes, and we know that journey is long. That's why when it implants on day 6, any time between day 6 DPO to day 12 DPO, that's why our negatives come through, ladies. Again, HCG takes a good 24 to 48 hours after implantation to seep out in your body. Apparently we all have a baseline of it in us anyway. So some ladies can get a positive pregnancy test early because their baseline might be a little bit higher than some others. And implantation, we know HCG doubles then trebles really rapidly once that implantation's taken place. But implantation can happen anytime. So when I got that positive test at 10 DPO back in January, sorry, I think implantation must have occurred for me about day 6, day 7, right at the very beginning, and then obviously by day 10 that HCG had built up beautifully. So I'm thinking if you ladies are testing 10, 11, still getting negatives, your egg might not be implanted yet. That is fact. That isn't me making up stuff. We know that. So anyway, 1 DPO was Thursday the 2nd of May, and this is when I started symptom spotting. So, I'm going to look at that pregnancy test quickly because it's been a good 5 minutes. No, nothing. I can tell you that now. Nothing at all, and I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised. Nothing. Absolutely. No, nothing. I didn't think there would be. It's 9 DPO. For me, I think it's too early. So 1 DPO, I had ovulation pain was dying off, but mild still there. It was on my left-hand side. Today it was on a 6 to 7 out of 10. So obviously when I was in excruciating pain, I've written taken pain relief on an 8 to 10. 6 to 7. So that's normally what my ovulation pain gets to. If a scale is 10, really bad, that's how bad it normally gets when I'm ovulating, about a 6, 7. So it was really bad on day 16. CM was very medium flow, all okay, but my OPK, my one thing, started to get lighter, which is all relevant. Feet were freezing cold, so I was wearing lots of socks. I had like 3 pairs of socks on, and I had another tarot card reading. Vashti gladly saw me again because she knew I was upset. She said dynamics of cards can change. She said the facts for her are all there. Like, she can see sequences of events happening in front of her. She says I very rarely get it wrong. It's all in front of me. Timescales can be a little bit out, but not very often for her. So she was more than happy to see me again, free of charge, I have to say. She wasn't out for a quick buck. She wanted to see me, and she said, because I said, I can't believe I came on, you saw a baby for me. Originally, you saw the miscarriage. Everything you've said has come apparent and true, apart from you did see 2019 being my year with a baby. And she said, I did definitely see a baby, 100% I saw a baby. I saw a pregnancy happening very soon, so I will see you again. Now the last reading I had, she said, I said to her, you saw me having a December baby, you definitely saw, you said November, December, and I'm definitely out for November now. She said, well, are you pregnant now? She held the ring and she went, you're pregnant. And I went, well, I hope I am. It's too early to test. This was the time before. And she went, I'm sure you are. That was her exact words. I'm sure you are. And I said, well, if I am, it means it's going to be late December. And she was like, I can definitely see you having a baby. I really can see 2019, but there's definitely a baby. Then she went on to the other stuff, spotting my little boy, doing football and all of that. So I held in my heart, 2019 baby, definitely there was a baby on the cards. And so when I came on my period, I was really upset. So she saw me on 2nd of May when I was 1 DPO, and she said to me, she held my jewellery and she went, right, let's have a look, let's see what's happening. And she went, there's definitely a pregnancy. She said, I would put money on you're pregnant. And I said, well, I'm only 1 DPO. She said, it's a warm feel. She said, how I can explain it is I see things and I feel things, and I'm feeling the warmth of a pregnancy, and I'm getting all the signals that you're pregnant in my body. That's how I feel. She said, last time, what did I say? Did I say you are pregnant? I said, well, you said, are you pregnant? I said, it's too early to test. And you went, well, I'm sure you are. And she went, well, I probably felt what I feel. And I said, well, you said you felt like a warm nugget in your tummy. That was your exact words. She went, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Whereas if someone's poorly, it's a different feeling I have. Then I look at the cards. So she put all the cards out, and the very first card I dealt out was like, I don't know exactly what card it was, so don't start correcting me. It was a cup one, like, might be a pentacle of cups, but it was a cuppy sort of looking one. And she went, you are pregnant. She said, your very first card is a pregnancy card. It means baby. It is the fertile card. So dynamics have changed, dates, but she said, I need to know. As soon as you find out, let me know, because the first card you've dealt, she said, let's go on. And she went, yeah. She goes, there is a baby. And she said all about others. She said basically the same readings I had last time. She might have added a few more bits in about my children and things, but she said, there's definitely a baby. And I said, do you see a happy birth, a normal birth? She said, normal birth, no hospital intervention, no operation-y, nothing like that. I said, do you see a home birth? She said, well, I don't see any difficulties. But last time she said, I see a straightforward home. Yeah, I think you're going to have it at home, whatever. But this time she said, well, there's definitely a straightforward birth. You might be a little bit weak in iron, but it's a nice pregnancy that you enjoy. You definitely are pregnant. You definitely are having a baby, 100%. She said, the baby's going to be healthy. You're going to be healthy. You might just need a really, really good rest at the end. I went, you said that last time. She went, yep. She goes, you might need like iron, or you might just need a rest, because she says, I can't see any more babies on here at all. So it is probably your body has done its, you're done at 6. That's probably what it is. And I said, do you honestly see a baby? She said, I promise you I see a baby, a number 6 baby. And that is all. And I said, how come then we've had like November, December? Because you saw the miscarriage. She said, dynamics can change of dates. She said, And she said, did I say what sign it would be? I said, you said a fire sign. She said, well, I can tell you now it's a water sign. She said, the 20th is a date that keeps coming up. And I said, you said that last time, 20th kept coming up, and you thought November, December, and 20th kept coming up. She said, 20th is definitely apparent. And she said, but I can see it being probably a couple of days late maybe. And I think she did say last time, when I have a baby, it's going to be a couple of days late. And I was like, oh. She said, but I was thinking, well, it'd be early if it's going to be December. But she said, no, it's going to be a couple of days late, so you might have it on like the 22nd. She said, but the 20th of January is really coming up, so it's probably going to be more water sign. So yeah, the dynamics have changed, as in the dates. But everything else she said about, I'm just waiting obviously on the schools and things for the children, but everything she said in the past, I've got to be honest, like I said to you guys, I've been seeing her now for 4.5 years. She is so spot on about everything. So just her saying a 2019 baby, and maybe it changes slightly, but she did keep saying the 20th on all my readings. So May the 2nd, had my tarot card reading. I'm sorry if it bores you, it really enthralls me, so skip past that little bit if you don't agree with it. But I needed to go to her. I just felt I wanted clarification and a little bit of reassurance. It's just how my mind works. Like I told you before, not everyone's into reflexology, moon signs, all of that. I am. I just am at peace with it. So my husband babysat for an hour and a half while I went to that reading, and when I got back he went, wow, what did she say? And I went, she definitely sees a baby. He said, well, she saw a baby last reading. I said, yes, but she did say, are you pregnant? I feel the warmth, I'm sure you are. She didn't say, yes you are. This time she's actually said, there is a pregnancy, there's definitely a pregnancy. She said, it, you know, I can see it's the first card. I said, last time she was like, I'm sure you are, if you're not now you will be. That is how she said it. So she probably, and it wasn't the first card I dealt last time, it was about 4 along. So I'm not sticking up for her, I'm not trying to, you know, talk myself into whatever. I'm just saying how it was, and Aaron and I were dead happy that I'd been for the reading. Ovulation pain was mild, medium CM, OPK light. 2 DPO, which was Friday, I started feeling rotten. My throat started itching and getting sore. I started getting a bit cold. I was in town thinking, oh, I don't feel great. Very tired, a little bit moody. CM was a medium flow. I've needed panty liners. So yeah, things have kicked in. 3 DPO was the last day on the gender calendar for a girl for me. And I'm just going to have a sip of my peppermint tea. I've got a really sore throat. Sorry. Right, so 3 DPO was Saturday, feeling bloody rotten on a football pitch from 12 in the afternoon to 4, cheering on my 7-year-old playing a tournament, but he wanted me to go. I was only going to try and go for one of the matches, but he was in 2 of the matches, but it was all over the course of the day, so you didn't know when they were going to play because it depended on the first match. So I just had to go, but I felt coldy. I didn't sleep very well because I was up with the 4-year-old, giving him a bit of cough medicine, but I had the temperature of hell. I'm talking freezing cold I felt, and I was sweating. I had to change the bed covers the next day, and normally I do my bed covers once a week. I changed the bed covers. I was really not well. 4 DPO was Sunday. Symptom wise, creamy CM, quite creamy. 3 panty liners, had a cough cold. My boobs started to get a little bit sore. And my legs, my tops of my thighs were sore to touch. I had that last time in a few videos if you go back, but I just didn't feel the ticket at all on Sunday, and we had another tournament and it was another long day. And I said to my little boy, can mummy come for half of it? And he went, no, I might get a trophy. So I was like, oh, for God's sake. And I wrapped up so warm, and like I say, I didn't take paracetamol that day because I'd already taken them for my ovulation pain a few days before, but I did feel really terrible, and that was my symptoms on 4 DPO. 5 DPO, sore throat. Again, is it part of the cold? Is it a symptom? I think this is genuinely a cold, I've got to be honest. CM, huge amounts, needed like 3 panty liners, felt really wet, which to be honest, when I have my ovulation, I have the creamy CM, and then day after ovulation it all slows down. So again, tummy ache, a little bit crampy I was. It was like a pinching sensation on my tummy. But I did have that last cycle, and that's what I really thought would seal the deal of me being pregnant. But It didn't happen, obviously, but these are my symptoms, and I've just written it down, and I write this down at the end of every night, or sometimes if it's happening during the day and I think I'm going to forget, I write it down. I always keep a diary, and I think it's great just to compare. Like when I compare my diary when I've conceived my little girl in 2016, I've written down stuff, and it's a really good little log to go back to. But yeah, 5 DPO, tummy a bit crampy, pinching sensations, cold symptoms still full on, boobs a little bit sore, nothing like but just a little bit tender, and I was really, really thirsty. But again, we've had the heating cranked up because I haven't felt well, and I could just be thirsty because I've got a sore throat. I have been drinking a lot. 6 DPO was Tuesday. Kids were back to school after the bank holiday. Few pinches again, so I had them very slightly on bank holiday Monday. Didn't last very long, probably about half an hour, just on and off crampiness. But pinches today, it was on right hand side for about 30 minutes in the afternoon, and I'd written it down. It was about 1 o'clock. CM lots creamy, feeling cold feet, really wrapping up warm to help implantation if it's happening. Tired, really zonked out, but I again put that down to the long bank holiday weekend. And I was quite hungry. I am really hungry at the moment. I keep going to I have a big jar of like nuts that I'm not salted, just plain raw nuts, and literally I'm grabbing little handfuls through the day of those, and I don't usually do things like that. And I'm having an extra like cracker when I have lunch and things like that, but I have been a bit hungrier, and I just can't be bothered to go out, it says on Tuesday, but I was feeling rotten, and my little girl started to feel horrible on Tuesday. 7 DPO, which is Wednesday, I still feel awful. This sore throat's not going. I'm hugely thirsty, super thirsty, and I am really tired. Don't know why, I'm just tired. CM lots, backache, not feeling great, and I had a weird dream. My dreams since Wednesday have been really like if I wake up, I can fall asleep and go straight back into a dream. Whereas normally I probably have one dream and it's quite cloudy, but I still sort of remember bits and pieces, or something might happen in the day and I think, that's reminded me of my dream. These are really vivid dreams, and again, I've heard that could be a symptom. I don't remember having it last time with a pregnancy, and I could be reading too much into it. It might be that my mind's overactive. It could be a lot of things, but we're doing pregnancy channel, we're doing TTCing, and I want this to help you. So from Wednesday, so the last 3 days, or probably Tuesday, Wednesday, I've had really vivid dreams. Like not about pregnancy, not necessarily pregnancy. I can't remember now what the dreams are, but I've had vivid dreams, like clear as crystal. I've woken up and thought, oh my God, that was almost real. I was actually in that dream, and then I've fallen back to sleep and had another one. So vivid dreams. 8 DPO, which was yesterday, Thursday. CM has gone now to a medium flow. I only needed 2 panty liners yesterday in comparison to about 3. Breasts, they don't ache, but they feel bigger. They do feel bigger. I don't usually feel bigger breasted, I've got to be honest, but they do feel a little bit bigger. But I've been eating a bit more, and I did get on the scales, and normally I'm 8 stone 2 and I'm 8 stone 8 at the moment, so I have put on 6 pounds, and I've put on that 6 pounds probably over the last 8 weeks. And although the girl diet is a frugal diet, eating little and often, I haven't denied myself. Like, I think at the weekend I thought, you know what, I do fancy an extra cracker and some cheddar with my dinner, and I did have some little bits of extra. So I've been doing the girl diet, but if I fancied a little bit more in volume, I've had it, just because I do want to hold on to pregnancy if I have it. I don't want to be ill, and they do say feed a cold, starve a fever. That's the bottom line. So if you've got a cold, it is good to eat. So not eat loads, but I have been having in the evening, instead of like an orange and a little bowl of nuts, I've been having 2 oranges, a bigger bowl of nuts, that sort of thing. But yeah, breasts feel fuller. Tired, yeah, I am tired, but I do think that's because I've been so poorly. And Thursday, thirsty, very thirsty. Normally I'll have a drink on the go when I'm cooking. I've been having 2 drinks on the go when I'm cooking, and through the day I have probably about 2 peppermint teas. I've been having about 4 of these. I really love them, and I don't know whether, I'm not sure whether that's because I've got a sore throat still. It could be. And my skin wise, nothing untoward. Haven't got any pimples. Normally I would get pimples if I'm in the early stages of pregnancy, so that's a bit disheartening, although I don't want to be spotty. I am dark around the eyes, but that is because I've been getting up. Like last night I had this cough, and I kid you not, I was coughing solidly for about 45 minutes. I went downstairs and had to make up some, we have like this licoricey mucus cough syrup, and it's tiny amount, and you mix it with hot water and drink it down. It's disgusting, but it's called Cavornia or something like that, and it's from the chemist, and you're not meant to really have cough mixture if you're pregnant, but I could not stop coughing, and I didn't know whether I was pregnant, and it's such early stages, I'm sure it wouldn't matter, but it was, I couldn't get to sleep. I propped all my pillows up, I was waking my husband, and I was frightened to wake anyone else. So after half an hour of struggling and just sipping water, I thought I need some mixture. So yeah, I have got bags under my eyes, but I swear that's from being poorly. And the vivid dreams, I had another vivid dream last night. I had like 3 vivid dreams, and it was like I was back at work, and where I used to work, and selling stuff and seeing people that I know and having proper conversations, and they were really vivid dreams. So definitely Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, really vivid dreams. They've kicked in, 8 DPO. But I'm not saying that I'm definitely pregnant, because obviously I've just done a test and it's negative. And today is 9 DPO, and as you know, there's nothing to report. I've got a little bit of dull backache still. I've had that, seriously, I have had that since, in the background, since that ovulation pain, but I do have a bad back. I had an accident years ago, and it did leave my back really sore. So when I stand up for too long, like the tournaments, or, you know, I'm stressed out, my back can hurt. That's why I have reflexology, but I've not been having it for a few weeks now because we've been so busy with other commitments, and I've been TTCing. I've put it on hold, but I am due to see her on Wednesday. And I thought, you know what, I'll know whether I'm pregnant then. I'm due on Tuesday, Wednesday if it's 29 days. So if I don't come on by then, and I would show up on a pregnancy test, 100% I would. So what I'll do is a pregnancy test in the morning if I haven't showed up by then. And if I am pregnant, I'll obviously just have a back massage. But I do need something done because my back's still aching. But today I feel ready to go out today. I've literally only been having little walks around our little village to get little bits and bobs and let the little baby have some fresh air. I've not felt like driving and doing shopping and things like that, because like I say, when you've got a cough and a cold and you just feel achy and shivery, you just want to be at home. So they're my symptoms, guys. I love you all so much. Please, please, please remember to thumbs up and turn on notifications if you can, because then you'll know when I upload my pregnancy tests. And let me know how you're getting on. Thank you for all your comments. I'm sorry, I always personally comment back, 100% I do. If I have left it a day or two, it just means that perhaps, like, I know there was a few of you that commented and I took my time answering, like a day. It was because I was rushed around and not feeling great, but I'm back on track now. Let me have one last look, even though this wouldn't mean anything. No, there's definitely a negative for today. So 9 DPO, negative test. I will do one tomorrow after football. If I can't do a video tomorrow, I will do one on Sunday. But like I say, if you ping on notifications, you'll know when I upload. And I love you all. Remember to subscribe. Baby dust to you all. I know some of you, sadly, are going through miscarriage at the moment, and it is terrible for you. And we're all here. The support network is amazing on the TTC channel. There are lots of people I follow. Some have had BFPs. Some are still BFN and AF is showed, and it's so upsetting. I know what you're going through, and the miscarriage is heartbreaking. I try and personally comment if I watch a video when you've miscarried to see if any of my experience can help. It is terrible, and I think you've just got to grieve your loss. Even if it's a 6-week pregnancy, 4 weeks, it means the world to people, and it's terrible and it is awful, but you will get through it. And there will be light at the end of the tunnel, and there will be a rainbow baby. You've just got to stay positive. And for all of you who are on AF, just use it as a milestone to eat lots of chocolate, chill out and relax, and tell me the same if I come on. Anyway, love to you all. Please, please, please subscribe and take care. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll get back to you with another pregnancy test, hopefully 10 DPO. Bye.